What's going on, guys? We got the Amheh 20-liter slim backpack. I'm going to show you kind of some things I love about it and a few things I dislike about it or they could be improved. Been wearing it for a little bit here. I'm not going to go in super depth on everything, but I want to show you a couple cool things, cool features, and why it's been good for me. Starting out, slim. Slim is the biggest thing for me. I like how slim it is. What I mean by that is when it's on the back, it's not sticking out. I can sit down with this backpack. It's not taking up a ton of, like, you know, when you sit down on something, it feels weird. That to me is a go-to. Getting that out of the way because it's in the name. So first off here, tons of MOLLE, tons of webbing all over this bag, on the sides, on the front, and so many different things you can do with it. So many different things you can customize this. It's like endless here. Like the strap here on the back here, hold that up. You can pretty much do a ton of things with that. It seems to be heavy duty. It's padded. I don't know why I said you can do a ton of things with it. I guess you can hold it with your hand or you can hang it. I don't know why I said that, but didn't mean to. Anyways, I digress. I love the padded arms here. The straps, you're gonna carry this all day as a daily pack. You want something comfortable, so these are definitely comfortable. And going on to more comfortable things here, you got nice padding on the back there. So the padding on the back here is not just one solid piece, it's separate pieces. I like that because if you're like me, I sweat a lot. So nice little airflow, I guess you could say there. Once again, more added webbing all over this thing here. MOLLE, tons of things here. Getting into the meat and potatoes here, you've got two straps on each side here. You can cinch these down. Maybe you got like your sweatshirt, it's hot, you shove it in there, you want to cinch it down here. That's what's going to keep that slimness to it here. So quickly pop those off there. Don't always use them. Honestly, sometimes they just flop around and they're dangling around. No big deal. Not a big deal to me here. Now, going into one of the features that I just really do enjoy, double zippers. And just look at this thing here. I can pull this all the way down each side and they go all the way down to the bottom. What I love about that is, boom, I'm opening this thing all the way open. Love that part about it. Starting out on the flap or the back here, you've got two mesh pockets inside there right now. Kind of my go-to stuff here. Of course, I'm a photographer, so I've got extra batteries for the camera and I got extra SD cards. Two things. Honestly, they live in here. I don't want to leave without it. You ever been somewhere and you didn't have a battery, you didn't have an SD card? Those are the two most things forgotten. So yes, important there. And then on this other mesh one here, currently, I actually just got this. This is a notepad from my friend Awesome Hank. He made this with All American Maker. It's just a notepad, blank pieces of paper. I've got my Big Idea pen. This is from a collaboration actually from Big Idea and TCal. Tons of things you could do with the notepad, but that's not what the video is for today here. Just kind of showing you why I have it. What's this dude carrying a notepad for here? Like I said, these are kind of the essentials that go in here. This is everything. So obviously it's fully equipped with a lot more things. Usually up here, this is actually a spot for a plate. You know, if you're into carrying protection plate carriers, you can use that. I personally found that it's extra padding. It's an extra spot that fits perfectly for my iPad. Love that spot for it. Love that it just fits right in there. It's secure. Like I said, it seems to be the most secure spot, padding and everything here. It's also got these two spots on the sides here. Right now, I've just got a card reader. This thing is pretty sweet. I've got the USB-C charging, USB-C headphone jack, because everything doesn't have a headphone jack these days here. I've got my micro SD card, my SD. It's got an HDMI, and then a couple of USB ports. This thing is like my all-go everything. Makes my iPad just way better than carrying down a MacBook or a heavy laptop. As cool as that would be, the iPad works for everything else. Very open on the inside here. It does have this extra loop right here. Whether you want to hang something there, hang something down this way. Lots of different options. And then, of course, you got this one up here, little pocket. Usually, I'll put like sunglasses, other parts. Today, I've got an attitude adjuster. Right here is carried in a Cora Creative leather wallet. It was a wallet, but I turned it into my attitude adjuster. This is a bit driver and a bottle opener. You get your 2 fingers in there, get your bottle. This is made by T-Kel. If you get it, you get it. It's an attitude adjuster. It's more of a pocket tool, more of just kind of something to have, kind of like a worry rock, I guess you could say. But if needed, like I said, need a little bit of attitude adjusting, as Tim himself would say, that's what that's for. Slide that back in there. I am a fan of these pull tabs. They all say the logo on there, but they're easy to grab. One thing that sucks about a zipper is if you can't reach it, these are just, there we go. Anyways, enough of talking about the zippers. Speaking of zippers, big pocket up front. This thing is really just catered out to just 3 main pockets. Simple and easy. This one, once again, flop it open. This one is kind of the important one. What's important about it is, well, I've got a first aid kit. This one is a What a Junior from Data Crew. This is going to have really just kind of my essentials when it comes to first aid. I do actually have an extra toothbrush in there, some Blistex, a fingernail clippers. You got to have a fingernail clippers. And of course, you got some burn cream. I've got some sunscreen, a floss pick, Band-Aids. I've got young kids, so this one, it's got to be easy to find. And if I tell anybody, I just say, hey, front big pocket. 2 other things here. I'll pull that out here. What's cool about this one is down here, there is some MOLLE webbing. Pull this out here. This is a tourniquet kit with some shear scissors. Hopefully you never have to use one of these, but hey, I have it. It's webbed down here in this MOLLE, along with a trauma kit. All the kits, you know, you got gloves, you got all, this is a whole nother video on its own, but this is from Sunshine Safety. Both of these are. I am a strong believer in being prepared. Early days of Boy Scouts, always be prepared. So, you know, got to have some good stuff in there that you hope to never use, in all honesty. But you got to have that stuff. You never know. That is a plus side about carrying a backpack. There's a pocket up here. I got my Olight, my favorite, the Arcfeld Pro. Be on the lookout for a new video on a new Arcfeld Pro. I'm super excited to show that one off here. Not allowed to show it off yet, but get UV. Switch over here, you got a laser pointer, and then you got your flashlight with 3 different modes. Easy as that. Anyway, super easy flashlight. I really like it. One of my favorite parts, of course, it's got a reversible clip. Now, if I'm working on something, you know, it's dark, very easy flashlight. Also, of course, it's got a regular pocket clip this way, so it can go down in the pocket. That's how it's carried in the backpack. Enough about the flashlight. There will be a more intense video on that one. Anyways, here, boom, I got a Hank microfiber on one side, and of course, cleaning on the other. This is from Awesome Hank. I have a matching one of these bandanas as well. 2 things that I think are very important. This, well, a hot day, put it on your head. You need a wash rag. Heaven forbid you need a tourniquet because you use that one. Maybe it's a child, you can make a sling. Tons of things you can use a bandana for. Plus, you know, they do match here, so that's kind of cool. And like I said, this one I use all the time. Wiping the camera off, sunglasses, phone screens, so many things that if you don't carry a Hank and you think I'm weird, that's your prerogative. I think they're great. I need to add this extra lanyard here because if it's down the bottom of the bag, I'm going to be able to fully pull it out really easy. Those live in the front pocket up here. Fun thing about this one, there is on this Hank actually a small thing right here of microfiber. So fun fact, if you grab this and I said, hey, grab my Hank, and somebody didn't grab this or they grabbed this, both of them have microfiber. Multi-purpose things, you never know. They're just very useful. As you can see, I can shove that down in there. I'm going to do it flat just so it doesn't wrinkle because I'm kind of picky about that. But there you go. Now you can see where I can grab that. Pull that out really easy. Super simple stuff, you know. A lot of other things do go in this bag, but we're not going to go super in-depth on those here. Now, let's move on over here. This is the outside spot, right? These straps are, honestly, I'm a fan of them. For multiple reasons. Of course, the padding we talked about in the beginning. But you got this. This goes over your chest. It keeps this thing nice and tight. It's also got this for your waist. If you do any type of excessive hiking, you know. I think they're great. It's got some D-rings up here. Right now I've got a T-Cal, the 004, Agent 004. This is a fun little knife. What's fun about it is, well, it's got a big grip, small little blade. You can do little intricate cuts. If you're hunting, it's a good skinning blade. And it's got these battle, I don't want to go too far in depth with this, but it's got these battle grips here. They're super grippy, they're super light. Literally, I had this in my pocket, and I have two of these. One of them I carry in the pocket with the leather sheath. This thing is so grippy, actually scratched up my hand. But I like it because I ain't letting go of this. If it's wet, too many times you could slip out of a knife. This one is one that you don't have to worry about. Nice jimping up there. And of course, got a little pummel on the back here. So if you need to strike anything here, you know, I like that too as well. Very cool. Keep that up here. It's actually one of Tim's designs. Look at these. This is an Alti clip that Tim and Alti clip designed. I'm a huge fan of that. Works really well right here. Because you're thinking, you know, like you see this little spot, it's going to go up and down, move a lot because this MOLLE is, webbing is wide. Check this out here. If I get that in there, look at this. It barely moves. I've got a Woobin XO flashlight. Super easy to use. And you're probably thinking, Mike, why do you have a flashlight on the inside and a flashlight on the outside? This one can sit there all the time. It's always going to be there, easy. Like I said, this is the XO, and it's USB-C charging. It also has a magnet. I don't know if I have any metal around me. Oh, that's metal, I guess. But anyways, it's magnet on the bottom. 2 flashlights is honestly important, especially like I said, being on the outside right here. Let's say I'm doing something and I'm wearing the backpack, I can shine that right there. But yeah, here is the backpack. Like I said, those are kind of my go-to things that I have on here. It's slim, easy to carry. I'm probably going to knock the microphone off when I put this on, but and also this is elastic. There we go. Now I can carry this around. Like I said, I'm in a small space right here, and I can walk all the way around without this thing being super wide. Oh, one other thing, fun fact, it's got a whistle on here. Anyways, cool backpack, guys. I've got it set up here, kind of how I want it set up. You guys want to check them out here. They're not that expensive. They're on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description down below. That's it, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and check out this video right here.